Hey guys, it's Jason from Vibe Worship, and we're here gearing up for our big night of worship this week, and I thought it'd be fun to show you guys around our gear and stuff we play. We got our big acoustic Grant, a Yamaha, played by the very talented Miss Heidi Kim. This is Monty's Spot, plays a nice Fender jazz bass, and this is his cab. That's mainly just for monitoring purposes because it sends out to the main systems, just because we had a direct system for a little while, but it was a little thin, like we couldn't feel the bass, so it's a lot better now that we have a cab on stage. And over here we got Eric's Spot. He's got his Alvarez acoustic, and you see we're running the Avion monitoring system. There's a really cool system that a lot of churches use, just so it has its own sort of channel and everybody can get their own personal mix of how much or how little of anything they want. So it's a pretty solid thing. Steve, it's Kid over here. It's a Thomas Star Classic, and he's got the awesome piccolo snare with the tambourines in the shell, which I love, and some K custom cymbals. Alright, now we're over here. We're going to talk a little bit about guitars. This is Mr. Bill Blair rhythm guitar setup. He's got a pretty straightforward board here. This is the old school rat pedal. It's one of the original ones before they modernized it. Over here we got the Jekyll and Hyde's overdrive pedal that I've let him borrow indefinitely because I knew he would love it, and it's a really diverse pedal. The Boss compressor and the old DD3 digital delay. Bill likes this delay a lot because it's one of those delays where you turn it off and the delay stops. It doesn't have any of that tail business going on. And here we have our massive collection of guitars that we brought out for our big worship night, but you know, all these guys are in some kind of rotation every Sunday. I'll start with here. This is Bill's Telly. This is his primary go-to guitar. American Telly, I believe it's a later 90s model. Les Paul Studio. Note the awesome custom knob with the bottle cap. This is the early 90s SG. This is Bill's, but I've ended up using it a lot lately just because it's super awesome. And yeah, a lot of lead guitarists and worship bands are playing these like big hollow body electric guitars for lead stuff, and I don't know, I figured I wanted to do something really different, so I'm really into the SG right now. Speaking of lead guitarists playing hollow body guitars, this is my primary guitar, the Epiphone Dot, the 335 model. And I'm a big fan of Epiphone guitars because they're not super expensive guitars, but they're really high quality. So I like this guy a lot. This is probably my number one. It comes with me just about every Sunday. This is a really cool Strat. It's a what they call a Texas Special Strat. It's not your average Stratocaster. It's got the 70s neck, and it's they call it Texas Special because of the Texas Special pickups, because they're overwound and they're hotter and have a little more mid-range than your average Stratocaster, so they're not so thin sounding. This is pretty close to the same type of Stratocaster setup that Stevie Ray Vaughan played, so for those of you who are fans of Stevie Ray Vaughan. The last electric is the Dan Electro. This is it's actually a 90s reissue of a 70s U2 model with the lipstick pickups, which is kind of a sound all their own. They don't really sound like any other guitar, but this is just a really cool guitar. It's a very specific sound, so it doesn't get used too often, but it's super awesome when it does because they're just on a lot of guitars that sound like it. And over here we have Highland, our worship leader's acoustic, the Martin DC, and I like this one a lot. This you don't see a lot of Martins with the cutaway on it, so it's a little more unique. Usually you have the big dreadnought style Martins. And this is a good opportunity to show you our strap locks here. These are actually gaskets for bottles for Grolsch Beer Company, and I found a place online you can buy them for like, you know, a pack of 50 for like $4, and they're really cool because most strap locks you buy these big metal monstrosities. They're like really intricate, and you have to modify your guitar, and they might stick into you if, heaven forbid, the strap peg is like on the back of the guitar here. But these things are super cheap and they're really, really effective. So I've got most of the guys in the band converted to these things. And stepping over here, this is my little station I've got going here. I'll start with my pedal board. It's actually a Pod HD 500, and we work with a lot of amps and pedals and things like that. And I got this guy, and I just kind of fell in love with it because it's super authentic sounding, and it's really easy because I'm using a lot of different sounds all the time. So I've got just all sorts of patches and everything dialed into this thing, just going direct into the system. In the mix here is this, I have DD20 Giga Delay made by Boss. It's probably my favorite delay pedal. So it's super awesome. Has a lot of great sounds in it. It's super capable of just doing a lot of different things. This is my little keyboard station I have going here. This is a Nord Electro, using it mostly for like road sounds and stuff like that. And usually feeding them actually into my guitar signal to do sort of like guitar sounds, but with the keyboard, so it's something different. This is a Axiom made by M Audio, and that's actually, this is running off a laptop. This little laptop down here is running Reason for just pads, synthesizers, things like that. And right here, the other MacBook is running Logic Pro, just running backing tracks, things that we hear in our in-ears, just extra stuff, percussion, beats, and click tracks and things like that. And just back here running our tracks out of Logic Pro is this thing. It's a Newmark DJ-IO. It's an awesome little box that just, we use to send the signal out. So we have one track that's just all the instruments, and another track that's just a click track for our in-ears. So I love this little box. I can't recommend it enough. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about what we do and what we play, or how we do what we do, just feel free to leave a comment in the YouTube video or on the blog, and we'd love to tell you more. So thanks.